When Everybody Hates Chris premiered on CW in 2005, the show instantly struck the right chord with the audience. It was loosely based on comedian Chris Rock's childhood and talked about navigating life as a young black teenager. The show became a success due to its clever writing. You could see the writers being cheeky with the show's name as well. For those who don't know, it's more like a parody title inspired by a show called Everybody Loves Raymond. It has been 12 years since the show bid farewell to its fans, but to this day, it's gaining new fans due to its reruns. This new wave of fans is the reason that the network is coming back with an animated reboot soon. Hello everyone and welcome to True Celebrity Stories. Are you also wondering if the characters that made the show famous will be back for the reboot? Fret not, today we'll discuss where is Everybody Hates Chris cast and would they be interested in appearing in the reboot. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment and share. Also, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss any updates. Terry Crews. Crews had started his career a bit late, but he seemed to have arrived at the perfect time because no one would have done justice to Julius Rock's character as he did. He played the role of Chris's father and made it so relatable that every middle-aged man with a large family to feed would see his reflection in him. He was caring, easygoing, and most importantly, cost-conscious like every middle-class father. Julius juggled two jobs to provide for his family. Often his character also acted ridiculous because of his obsession with saving money. The show at one point directed towards Julius being not alive anymore. Since Terry's stint on Everybody Hates Chris, he has gone on to do some amazing work. His most popular work after the show is The Incredibles franchise and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Except for acting, Crews has also been very vocal about the Me Too movement and was one of the first men to share his experience of being exploited by an executive producer. While the movement has given power to millions of women across the world to come out and share their story of being harassed by someone in power, men like Crews are expanding the narrative by sharing their story, making it more inclusive for other genders. In recent years, his most popular role is of Bedlam in the all-time blockbuster Deadpool series. Tichina Arnold. Tichina played Chris's mother, Rochelle Rock. She was quirky, short-tempered, but equally sassy, especially while telling Chris how she'll slap him. She acted so well as the mother who wanted her children to be doing something good with their life. She especially never wanted her children to sell drugs and become teenage parents. Just like Terry, Tichina also made sure that she plays the character in a very relatable way. At the core of it, she was just a regular mum who wanted nothing but good things for her kids. Soon after the show was done, Arnold appeared on Dance Flick. In recent times, she can be seen on the show Survivor's Remorse and is now working on a movie in South Africa called The Lockdown. Taquan Richmond. Taquan Richmond played the character of Chris's younger brother, Drew Rock. Drew was everything Chris wasn't. Popular, charming, confident, cool, and that too effortlessly. Chris couldn't realize for a long time that the key was Drew wasn't trying so hard. Taquan played his part so effortlessly it was impossible to not fall in love with the adorable Drew. One of the best things about the show was the constant back and forth between Drew and his younger sister Tanya. After playing a charming teenager, Taquan went on to become a regular on General Hospital. He only took the exit from there to explore more career opportunities and since then has been regularly working in movies. Some good movies to his credit are Blue Caprice and Nowhere, Michigan. Imani Hakim. Imani played the youngest Rock sibling, Tanya Rock. She was a bit spoiled due to being the only daughter and Julius had this soft spot for her which made her get away with anything. More often than not, she was the reason for her brother being scolded. She was a bit of a snitcher. Tanya particularly liked to irritate Chris more than Drew. Despite being quite young, she had some strong unpopular opinions, like she despised Michael Jackson and even claimed that his iconic moonwalk was a stolen dance move. In the later seasons of the show, Imani had less to add to the show and was merely filling her character. She got her big acting role in the 2014 Lifetime's original movie The Gabby Douglas Story, where she played the titular character. Imani also appeared on Netflix's Burning Sands. Through her script choices, she's proving that her child actor days are long gone and today she only wants to do challenging roles in meaningful stories. Vincent Martella. Vincent Martella played the role of Chris's best friend Greg. His character had all the quirks, so much so that he very well could have been a best friend on a Disney sitcom. Greg was weird, anxious, kind of nerdy, and a loyal sidekick to Chris. Chris was an outcast and Greg was the only one who didn't dislike him, so by that default, they became each other's best friend. Today, Vincent might be more known by the character that he has voiced than his actual name. He's the guy who voiced Phineas on Phineas and Ferb. It's a good thing he's become such a great voice actor. This will definitely be a plus point if he decides to come for the animated reboot of the show. Now, who's better to give a voice to Greg than Vincent himself? Tyler James William. Tyler James William portrayed the titular character Chris. He was ambitious, sensitive, empathetic, but also awkward, not popular, and definitely some sort of a misfit. In the initial seasons, all he wanted to be was cool and popular with the ladies. Because of being the eldest, his parents had high expectations from him and they were usually more hard on him than the other two children. Because of his awkwardness and lack of popularity, popularity, Chris was an easy target for bullies. Looking at the chronicles of Chris's life, another very apt title of the show could have been the series of unfortunate events. Chris found his calling when he learned about stand-up comedy. After the once-in-a-lifetime role of Chris, Tyler has been steadily making his name in the entertainment world as an adult. He became a regular on The Walking Dead and delivered an impressive performance on Criminal Minds Beyond Borders. Recently, during George Floyd protests, Tyler had engaged on Twitter with his on-screen father Terry Crews when he tweeted, "Defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is the truth," he wrote. "Like it or not, we are all in this together." To this, Tyler replied very respectfully by telling him that no one wants to create black supremacy, they just want their basic human rights. His tweet read, "Terry brother, I know your heart and you know I have love for you and always will. No one is calling for black supremacy and the narrative that we are hurts our cause and our people. We're just vigorously vetting our allies because time and time again they have failed us in the past. Our people are tired of white people who put on a good face and claim they aren't racist while operating and benefiting from the privilege of a clearly racist system." He wrote, "We're not trying to do this alone. We know we can't, but we refuse to have allies who won't go the distance. I'm not trying to call you out, Terry Crews. You know it's all love always. But we're rightfully angry right now and fed up with anyone not with our cause wholeheartedly. I don't want to see that energy pointed your way or diverted from the cause." Chris Rock. Chris Rock is the maestro behind the series who also acted as a narrator. He said what his younger self was actually thinking at the time, which is usually opposite to what Tyler ends up saying. Chris's narration didn't just stick to talk about what's happening in the story, it's more of a commentary on the whole situation. He even did a cameo role as Chris's guidance counselor. One of the reasons why the show ended so soon was because Rock wanted to end it on his own terms than to end it abruptly whenever the network would have decided to cancel it. He's already one of the most iconic comedians of his generation, and this story was just his effort to tell about his journey as a young black American by wrapping it with light-hearted comedy. Since the show ended, he's gone on to direct and star in a movie called Top 5 in 2014. He also appeared on the anthology series Fargo and appeared in a Madonna music video. He hosted the Oscars as well and released his stand-up special after more than a decade called Chris Rock Tambourine. When Chris was asked about the reboot and the involvement of the original cast in it, he replied, "It's been a convo before, but the interesting hiccup and blessing is that everyone in this photo is very busy. All work regularly in a variety of different mediums, genres, networks, etc. We'll keep trying, but I'm proud of our scheduling issue." This definitely points at the fact the show will have the original cast members, and now all fans are waiting to see their favorite Rock family back on their screen. Well, that's a wrap for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell button to get the notifications. Also, don't forget to watch other videos on this channel that explores more topics like this.